Hey guys, NCSFan001 here for Fallout Recipes number 18, or episode 18, whatever you wish to call it. Today's recipe is another definite Fallout staple. The Stimpak. So yes, the drug that you inject into yourself in the game to heal yourself when you take damage. Feeling a little under the weather, nothing like a good Stimpak to get you up and going. This is a recipe that will increase our endurance by 3 for 30 minutes. That's not what the Stimpaks actually do in-game. It's considered a medium difficulty recipe, so is this like the first medium difficulty one I've done, or it's one of the first ones? 6 hours of prep time, 30 minutes of actual cooking. It serves 13 syringes, they're 2.5 milliliters. I have exactly one syringe of that size. Actually, it's not even that size. And it pairs well with human mishaps, so that's about right. So the recipe does only require 6 ingredients, with 2 tablespoons of unflavored gelatin, a quarter cup of pomegranate juice, a quarter cup of sugar, 3 drops of red food coloring, a cup of water, and 3/4 a cup of cold raspberry vodka. So right off the bat, I'm going to say I don't think I'm going to like this recipe because I don't like flavored liquor, and I'll go into that a little bit more later. Alright, so the water's already in here, so that's going to be for later. The stove is heating up over there. So for the first step, we need to combine the sugar, the pomegranate juice, the gelatin, and the red food coloring into a medium-sized heat-resistant bowl. Mine is not really medium, it's more large, but it's all I have, so we're going to use it. So we're starting out with 2 tablespoons of unflavored gelatin. It looks like each of these packets is only 1 tablespoon, so I'm glad I got multiple of these things, purely because there's another recipe in the book that I want to do at some point soon that also requires unflavored gelatin. So it's a good thing I bought a good amount of it, because this is not very much. That's right around a tablespoon. It might be just slightly below it, but I think it's close enough. Next up, we need a quarter cup of sugar, so that's actually not too much sugar for once. Okay, that's pretty close to a quarter cup of sugar. I know it's on the milliliter side, so can't really get my arm to twist around that well. So pour in the sugar. So now we need a quarter cup of the pomegranate juice, which I gotta say, I had this for that other previous recipe, and I really don't like the smell of it, but the taste is pretty good. It reminds me a little bit of like a cranberry or cranapple type of juice. So the taste of it's fine, I just don't really like the smell of it. Quarter cup of pomegranate juice, which is already red, so I guess it makes sense that we're gonna have more red. And finally, 3 drops of red food coloring. Alright, that step is done. Alright, so now that the first step is done, we need to put the water over the stove and bring it up to a boil. That's the next part. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to bring the camera over there for that because it's literally just boiling water, and I think we've already seen that on here a few times, so I don't really think that's a necessity. This is what the mixture currently looks like with not everything mixed in yet. It doesn't look very appealing. Alright everyone, the water has successfully been boiled. It's only a cup's worth, so it's not really a whole lot. So now we have to pour this in and mix it until the gelatin is fully dissolved. So presumably we want the sugar to be fully dissolved as well. This one's a little different. We didn't cook the sugar, or not cook, but we didn't use the sugar in the original bowl, which is a little bit weird. Like we didn't melt the sugar, is what I was trying to get at, in the original boiling process. Actually, I'm not going to turn that on its side because I have a feeling that can't end well. We all know what happened on that other recipe. Oh, that does not smell good at all. Oh god, no, that does not smell good at all. That smells terrible. Oh, there goes some of it. Oh well. It's not like I'm going to drink all this. I'm only going to fill one syringe of this because I already kind of don't like where this is going. So many bubbles on the outside, or not outside, but inside of this everywhere. I don't know exactly, it must be part of the gelatin or something. The gelatin has melted relatively well. By the way, this is one of my new spatulas that I bought recently. I mean, kind of spatulas, it's a rubber-tipped one. That's one of the things I bought recently. Now, I think the problem is that it's boiling water mixed in with all this ingredients instead of just like cold water. Okay, since not all of it seems to want to go away, I'm going to use a whisk for some of it and see if that does a little bit better. Well, now it's just really bubbly, but I think actually that seems to have worked surprisingly well. Wow, okay, that actually worked. I mean, I can't see anything in the bowl now because it's nothing but bubbles. Let me show that real quick. Because now it's all bubbles. So you can take a bubble bath in whatever the hell this mixture is supposed to taste like. Okay, the next step is to add the vodka. And let me tell you, this does not make me feel better about this recipe. Okay, first off, 3/4 cup of vodka is almost as much water that went into this, because it was only 1 cup of water. So this is literally 1 part water to almost 1 part vodka. So yeah, I don't know about that. Pour that in, we have to mix well. Now the reason you see my shot glass out here is because we're going to try this vodka and see if my fears are correct. Because I have a very hateful relationship for any sort of flavored liquor. It has never ended well for me in the past. The best story I have of it was me, Lizard Guy, and one of our other friends were all hanging out at Clemson during my final semester there. And we got the brilliant idea to drink a bottle, like a big part of a bottle of vanilla flavored whiskey. It got all 3 of us sick, so I have a very hateful relationship with this. But it does give me a chance to finally show off my Mothman Museum shot glass in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Used to stop in Point Pleasant all the time going to and from Cincinnati. It's a good, like, 1/3 of the way point. Let's find out how bad this is. Now, it does make the mixture smell better, I give them that. Ugh, okay, tastes like cough syrup. Yep, that tastes like cough syrup. I'm definitely not excited now. How strong is this, I wonder? I'm actually curious now as to how strong this is. Okay, it's 70 proof, that makes more sense. I didn't think it would be quite as strong. So the mixture smells better now, which is a good thing, I guess. Now we add the mixture into 2.5 ounce syringes. This one is 2 teaspoons, tablespoons. I don't know, but it's the only syringe I have. It's the only one I saw at Bilo, so we're gonna use it. There's our syringe full of whatever this stuff is. We now have to refrigerate it for at least 5 hours, so I might not be able to try this tonight. It might take until tomorrow. I'm gonna put some more of the mixture in like a container to put in the fridge as well in case something happens to the syringe, so I can at least still try it after it's gotten to set up. That's my assumption, is that it's to set it up and get the gelatin to set. So I will be back in 5 hours or tomorrow. Alright guys, it has now been nearly 24 hours, so I just went ahead and let the mixture freeze overnight, or not even freeze, but just sit in the fridge overnight. that's what it looks like in the Tupperware, the extra that I made. And of course, we've got the syringe of stuff. So, here's the funny thing. I don't know how I didn't realize this yesterday. I figured out exactly what this mixture is. And I don't know how I didn't realize this yesterday. This is a Jell-O shot. That's exactly what this is. I don't know how I didn't realize that yesterday, but that is exactly what this is. It's Jell-O shots with like added sugar to it. So a sweeter version of a Jell-O shot, I assume, with different flavor. That's exactly what this is. So I don't know how I didn't realize that. So let's give it a try. Oh, I've just been shot by a raider. It doesn't work. Well, so that doesn't work, but let's see what happens if we squeeze it out. It has a funny picture in the thing. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, that's actually really cool. It's actually coming out like as a Jell-O stream. That's actually kind of cool. Yep, it's a Jell-O shot. I was right. It's exactly what it is. So I just gave you guys a recipe on how to make Jell-O shots. Interesting. I'm not really a huge Jell-O shot kind of person, so this isn't like my favorite recipe, but now that I know what it is, I feel a lot more comfortable about the fact that I'm eating it. But that's exactly what this is, so if you're a fan of Jell-O shots, then you're probably going to like this, and obviously you can use any flavor of vodka you want with it, so that's pretty interesting. I still like how this thing squeezes out, though. I actually really like that. I don't know why, I just find that to be entertaining. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this recipe video. I'm sorry I only showed you how to make a Jell-O shot and not something super interesting, but hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you for the next one.